Hey guys, welcome back to RMA Garage. I'm Mark, and we are excited to be back for 2021. 2020 has been a crazy year for all of us in the world, but for me, it was the debut of my YouTube channel. As of right now, I'm up to 130 subscribers, and I have about 1,200 hours watched. So obviously, you guys are watching, you guys are commenting, you guys are asking questions, and it's really encouraged me to continue on. Now, obviously, I watch other people's YouTube channels and I glean information from them on other projects that I have around the house or at work or just for entertainment's sake. So I am joining the community. You guys are watching. I'm subscribing to other people and watching their content. So to me, it seems like a really great community of people getting together, sharing information, sharing knowledge, and sharing the fun that we have. So for that, I thank you. Hopefully we'll continue to grow and I'll continue to improve my content and get more detailed. And again, ask as many questions as you want. I check my channel regularly and I really enjoy communicating and sharing the knowledge that I've been able to acquire over the years. All right, so let's get into today's content, and that is my air cleaner off of my 2016 YZ250FX. This is a couple of months old, really wasn't dusty where we rode, so it's a little dirty. It's got some leaves and things on it, but we are ready to clean this. Now before we do, obviously you see the bottles of NoToil on there. That is what we're going to be showing you here in a minute, but what I used to use was Maxima. Maxima works great, it's awesome. The reason why I bought it was because I was able to source it locally off the shelf, but the problem with Maxima, with my case, is that after I clean it, it has to dry. Well, I used to let it dry in the garage or put it outside, but eventually it had to work its way back into the garage. Well, that smell of the cleaner was so pungent that it would take days, if not a week, for it to kind of settle down and not smell up my garage. Consequently, I would store my air cleaners in the shed because it would just stink so bad. So I had to find an alternative to Maxima, and that is where we found NoToil. Maxima is a good brand, but this is working well for us. Now, the first time I tried it, I bought the Yamaha brand, which is a private label of NoToil. It's the exact same stuff. The oil is green and the powder is white. I mean, it's exactly the same. But this was on sale, a lot cheaper than what the NoToil was. I think they were just trying to get rid of it. So I gave it a shot, fell in love with it, and it worked perfectly. So that's what I'm going to show you how this works. Simply, I have a warm bucket of water here that we're going to use. And they say to fill it up, this bucket, obviously the filter fits in it real nicely. You fill the bucket up full of warm water, about 3 or 4 inches, and then you take some of the cleaner, and they say about 1/4 cup, which that looks like 1/4 cup. And then you gotta stir it. Basically, it's like stirring sugar in your coffee. You just have to dissolve the powder. It doesn't take but a few moments for the grit to go away. All right, so all the powder has been dissolved. And I'm going to stick the whole filter and cage in at once. And that basically allows that cleaner to work its way through everything. Plus it lubricates the cage, so then the cage comes right off. Because sometimes if you try and take the cage off while the filter is still, without it being dipped into the water, sometimes it'll drag some of the foam and rip it and tear it. So you let it get wet first, and then it slides right out of the filter. So what basically I'm doing now is more or less just agitating the water and squeezing the filter. And they always say you don't wring a filter, you ball it up like that. And that's what I'm doing, kind of squeezing it in and out. And again, this does not have any odor. When I'm in a real hurry, I will do this in my slop sink in my laundry room, but obviously it's not real, there's not a whole lot of space there to do a video. So continuing to agitate. All right. So there you have it. That's all it takes to clean the air filter. A bucket of warm water, quarter cup of the powder, and probably about 2 or 3 minutes of agitation. Now, I mean, I could probably spend another 5 minutes cleaning this and making sure that, you know, letting it soak a little bit more. But for the most part, this filter is already clean. The oil has completely been dissolved out of this filter. Now there's some leaves and things underneath this. We gotta probably clean a little bit more. This one was rather dirty with the leaves. The last place we rode, it was after the leaves had fallen. So our chain and the wheels and tires, everything was caked with leaves. So it's no wonder that I've got some leaves on this one. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The cage obviously is nice and clean. And that is all it takes to clean this filter with the NoToil powder. So we're finished cleaning the filter, and of course this is wet, and this has to 100% completely dry before we put the oil on. So for the most part, if this was a nice sunny day in the summertime, just let this sit out in the sun for about an hour and it'll be 100% dry. Now that is why, if we are in a hurry, if I want to get it finished, maybe I don't want to wait, or maybe it's raining the day that I'm doing this, or maybe that it's not drying as fast as I want it to, I always have 2 air filters. One I clean, one is ready to go to put right back on the bike. So the next time, this one will be dirty, this one will be dry on the shelf, and I'll switch them out. I always keep 2 air filters in the garage, just because if I'm in a hurry and I want to get it switched out, I can do it. All right, guys, appreciate you guys watching. If you like this video, please click the like and subscribe button. Also, if you have any comments, questions, or you want to see something that maybe I didn't cover, leave a message below. I check my channel regularly and I usually try and respond within 24 hours. It's been great, it's been awesome. The channel's been growing. Right now I'm at 130 subscribers and 1,200 hours watched, which is awesome. That was for the entire year of 2020, which I'm glad is behind us. All right, guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.